Frank Underwood is a psychopath. Make no mistake about that. For Frank, power was an aphrodisiac. It made him feel good. It's what he lived for.
Candice Delong has been on the front lines of some of the FBI's most gripping cases, including being one of the 3 agents to carry out the manhunt for the Unabomber. We wanted her to analyze the biggest and baddest villains from Hollywood. First was Michael Corleone, now Frank Underwood.
Frank's really a bright guy. He could have done anything with his life, but what he really wanted was power at any cost.
The most you'll ever make of yourself is blowing men like me. Men with real power.
The power was its own reward. That was his primary motivator. Frank Underwood traveled in high circles. He moved among the elite, the wealthy, and the powerful. Psychopaths in that strata of our society are citizens above suspicion. In fact, research has borne out that there is a higher number of people with psychopathic traits in politics and running major corporations.
For those of us climbing to the top of the food chain, there can be no mercy.
Frank Underwood is a psychopath. Make no mistake about that. Not all psychopaths are violent, but when they are, they're pretty much into 2 different categories. One is what we call the thrill killer. Gets kicks out of hurting people. It turns him on. That wasn't Frank Underwood. Frank killed out of necessity.
Moments like this require someone who will act. Will do the unpleasant thing, the necessary thing.
He killed if someone got in his way or if they knew something that threatened his power.
There is but one rule. Hunt or be hunted.
Killing is just like any other behavior. The more the killer does it, the better he gets. He learns from his mistakes. He didn't come off as a novice. He was excellent, planned down to the last detail, made Peter Russo's murder look like a suicide, made Zoe's murder look like an accident. In addition to being a psychopath, Frank was, well, selfish and narcissistic. Frank didn't want any children. That doesn't surprise me. A lot of psychopaths don't.
I told her flat out I didn't want him.
Having a child would mean that his wife, Claire's attention would be going in some other directions besides him. And psychopaths do not like that.
Vanity Fair Confidential gives us the opportunity to take some of our best stories and turn them into television events.
A Denver policeman had been shot dead.
Because an officer is down, somebody needs to pay.
Here's a guy who's making millions of dollars as a doctor.
They woke up in the morning and he wasn't there.
He took his fingers like this and he said, "I am a bad man."
Vanity Fair Confidential. All new series premieres Monday, January 19th at 9, only on Investigation Discovery.